Hello team, and to celebrate 250 subscribers on the channel, thank you all. We're doing another little bit of a build order tutorial. This is the map that we're playing. This is from a rank game that we played on stream, twitch.tv/SodaQuackers the other day. We are going to spawn right here. We don't have an energy source. So what we're going to do is we want to do a commando drop to this location to get this refinery. Capture this territory and then build that refinery. So what we're going to do is we're going to open with an airport. We'll follow it up with 2 barracks and immediately change it so that this airport is building a transport plane, 2 commandos out of both of these barracks, and only commandos. The idea being we're going to pool 2 commandos and then immediately send them off as soon as this transport plane is done. We open up a town after this, and then with the aim of getting this port relatively quickly. We could do this in any order that we want, depending on the situation. We could go for the eco first to get more income immediately, and then build the airplanes, or like the airport rather, and the 2 barracks. But we wanted to get the 2 commandos off of this landmass as quick as possible. So there goes our port. This build is a little bit out of meta, so to speak, but it's still something that I find myself using a decent amount of time if we're in the right sort of map for it and we want to expand to different islands relatively quickly. We go for a dock here with the aim of getting some destroyers so that we can start capping all of this water territory and get some more economy. But the main part of the build, 2 commandos are now done. The airport and the 2 barracks were our pre-constructed buildings. So we're built. They don't have to wait for the cranes to do anything or construct the actual buildings. We just get them producing immediately. Transport plane is done. And then what we're going to do after having these commandos here is that we're going to set up a line command, put it on haste move just because we can. And as the receiver of this command is commandos and the transport plane. And when we do that, the 2 commandos load up into the transport plane, start heading out. We either build another transport plane, which is what I'm going to do in this game, or we could transition into helicopters or interceptors or strikers or something off of that airport if we wanted to. And we build a factory here, and we'll get to that in a second. It's not part of the build necessarily. A beautiful thing about Line War is that you can build whatever buildings you want, really. It just depends on the situation. The order in which you build them, you can experiment with, try different things, see, different orders that you build buildings, how quickly you can get your commandos out. And here we go, we start capping this. And then we will continue to reinforce that with more commando drops with the second and subsequent transport planes or whatever we decide to build. Put a factory here just because this forest, we're not sure where our opponent spawned, but if our opponent gets into this forest and then gets to this forest edge without us realizing how many units there are because of the stealth characteristics of the forest, I felt like we wanted an artillery piece or some more heavy machinery out of the factories so that we could deal with some super quick push if it actually happens, which it does in this game. Spoilers, but this is the build. There we go. We got 2 transport planes. I usually stop after 2 transport planes. That's the general advice I received over time and what kind of works for me. And then the aim is we can use these transport planes to start capping this northern island, which is exactly what we do with the second transport plane, and then we could get the leftmost island. So in a map like this, it could make sense to open up transport planes with these commando drops. Again, try it out, experiment. You're in a game of Line War at this point, you just switch it up. We went for strikers out of this airport and then mixing in some SAMs out of the factory with a handful of boats to cap the Navy territories. And that's it. Thank you again so much for the 250 subs. Very much appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you have a wonderful night, day, evening, whatever it is. Good luck on ladder. Maybe try this out. See if it works. See if it doesn't work. Have fun. See you around. Peace.